Hey guys, it's Chris the Batman Statue Collector. Hope everybody's doing fantastic out there. And look at who we have in front of us today. We have the returning Bane. Of course, this is Arkham Origins 1/3 scale from Prime 1 Studio. This is a beast, but this is not your traditional Bane by any sense of the word. This is definitely a different take on the character. And this is a character that I used to have in my collection. I actually had this one and the Mercenary Bane. This, of course, is the Venom Bane. And so I want to review him for you because, again, he is returning along with all of the other Rogues Gallery members here in the Batcave. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the details. Again, this is a returning piece, so we won't spend a ton of time on him, but I do want to share my thoughts and opinions on this piece. But before we do that, if you're not subscribed yet, please do so. Please like, and otherwise, let's review this puppy. Alright guys, like I said, so we have already reviewed this guy before, but I definitely wanted to review him one more time because maybe some of you haven't seen him. This is my favorite look, I think, which is weird for me, but I actually really like this unmasked portrait. And I've got the other two portraits which I'm going to show you. Now, the base on this is the exact same as the Mercenary Bane. The legs and the the crotch area, they're all the exact same. There was a torso swap out that I used to own. It's where he's got the jacket and he's got his arms folded. That's a very cool look, but I do think that this is the better piece, having owned both of them. The base itself is really quite large. You actually have the crumbled Batman logo right up front, which looks good. You have some great crumbled effects. You see these winged, maybe like a kind of like that Grim Reaper that I had on the Deathstroke, kind of something kind of like that. The base is what it is. It's just basically a crumble. It's got some nice decorative elements, as you can see. It's got some really cool elements on the back side with the gas mask. And then this piece actually keys in right here. But it's, again, got some really nice decorative elements. I apologize for the shadows. But that's basically the way it is all the way around. You know, it is what it is. It's kind of a pretty good size base. You can kind of see how big it is compared to my hand. So it's quite large. Speaking of quite large, these boots are insane. They are not the best painted thing that Prime 1's ever done. I'm going to be honest. I thought that exactly the same thing whenever I got it the first time around, back years ago. But, you know, it's got some really cool details. Obviously, it's got these like monster claws in his boots. They're steel. So there is some nice detail. I just think it could have been painted better overall. But again, this is a pretty old piece now. These are some of Prime 1's first DC pieces. Some really nice detail here, as you can see. It's got some cool stuff. The pant legs, I really like how puffy they look. They've got some padding. I think they did a really nice job. You got these cool canisters on his belt. Again, some nice weathering on the pants. Again, it's not the best paint job. It looks like it's kind of just sprayed on. There's definitely been better pieces for sure, but I'm still happy with it. I think it's fine. Again, here's where it would key in to the next one, right there on that line. I think they did a really nice job of including it with the belt overall. But, you know, it is a visible line for sure, but it could just be part of the pants. You have these giant fists right here. Again, the paint works just okay, but here's where it really shines. In the arms. Like, it's really, really good with the veins. I just feel like it looks very, very cool. Very realistic. Again, they use that incredible translucent resin. And you also have the same type of effect right there, which looks really, really good. Again, you got it's all sculpted, but it looks really good. But here's one thing we talked about on the live unboxing the other night, these tubes. So most tubes are just, at least most Banes that I've had, they're just these green tubes. They look real cheap, they're plasticky, but they actually took the time to paint the interior to make it look like it's actually flowing through. I've never seen a company do that since that looks this good. It is really, really good. And the way it's gripping into the arm, you can see it gripping right here. It's just really, really cool, right? That, of course, flows from his arm into his chest. Look at this. Look at the detail here on the chest. There's so much going on, so much detail. He's got this, monitor here, this valve that goes in. I mean, it's just all connected. And it gets a very, very different take on Bane. You even see like the valves going into his throat. So that's definitely different. Because again, this is from a video game, but I still feel like it's some of the best character models ever created for Batman, actually. This really cool backpack, it's kind of the skull effect, which looks cool. Again, you never see it because it's always in the back, but it looks really, really neat. Again, I don't even know if I ever showed this whenever I reviewed it back in the old days. Again, it's just something you don't ever see, which is unfortunate. But okay, again, you got the tubes going through. It just all looks really, really good. Of course, you know, having the unmasked portrait, you do have a seam, so that's unfortunate there as well, but it is what it is. Also, the gadgets and valves there on the arm. Again, it could be painted better, but it's okay. Again, this is early Prime 1. So, again, what he's got is basically his Bane mask. Sorry, I'm running into his finger there on the camera. But he's got his Bane mask kind of etched into his face, which looks really good. You could see the detail. You could see he's got that buzz cut. That's really good. It's actually textured. Robin was the same way, but it just looks so good. And, man, really strong magnet there. But isn't that cool? It just looks really good. So again, that's what that looks like right there with that portrait. Again, if you're looking at it from the front or side, it looks fine, but then, you know, you get in the back, you see the seam line. But his jaw hides it pretty well, and again, that's kind of the look you get. I just kind of like it. I think that's a cool look. You know, it's definitely not a traditional Bane look. So let's go into a traditional Bane look, okay? So we've got two different portraits here. This is the regular, okay? And that looks good. I think the regular came with this one, and also, or maybe this one came with all three anyway. Maybe this wasn't exclusive. I'm trying to remember. I think maybe the exclusive was the Rage Face. This is kind of more of that stern, just kind of pissed off look. Like, I'm warning you, I'm warning you, and that looks good. I might display it like this sometimes. I think that looks all right. But then we also have this one, and this is probably everybody's favorite. This is the Rage Face. Again, it's almost identical. It looks really good. Definitely got that luchador style, but the mask is more painted on, which looks cool. But again, it's pretty much exactly the same. But definitely, this one shows more emotion for sure. Let me take this one off. And we'll put this one on. I mean, this is it. These are the swap outs. The heads are the swap outs. We talked about on the channel that we wish that Mercenary, the arms folded with the coat had been included, but they sold it separately. Basically, they sold it as two separate statues. But that still looks really, really good, and I think that's probably, again, the way I will display it mostly, if not with this portrait here, just because I think this does change it up. So I probably will just use these two and not use the other one much, but it's cool to see them side by side. So again, let me just kind of give you a quick pan. Again, we're not spending a ton of time on this because I have reviewed it before, but it's cool to have it back in the Batcave. And again, it's a great different take. Obviously, you know, I absolutely love my David Finch Bane versus Batman that I have from Prime 1 as well. And the reason I sold this one, one of the reasons I sold this one originally is because I was getting that piece in. But this is different enough. And again, I'm looking for different. And it's just so nice to have, you know, these incredible pieces back in the Batcave. I know you guys are looking for a room tour here soon. I will be doing that soon as I have all this set up. But isn't that cool? It just looks good. And again, it's something different. Still shows that he's Bane, but definitely a different look for him. So anyway, I'm really happy to have him back in the Batcave. I hope you enjoyed this little review today. If you did, please hit the like button. That does help us out tremendously here on the channel. It helps other collectors find the content. If you want to take it one step further, consider hitting the join button down below for early access to our videos and bat boxes and perks, producer credit, and other things. And just hit the like button too. That really helps other collectors find this via the YouTube algorithm, the mysteries of the YouTube algorithm. But anyway, thank you guys so very much for checking out the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, just thank you for spending time out of your day. And again, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you right here in the Batcave. Bye, everybody. Don't piss off Bane. He's coming for you.